Hello! Thank you so much for coming to Bliss Cloud today to check us out. We're so excited to have you here. One of the things that we're really talking about now is Mother's Day. Mother's Day is happening so soon, and that's actually our 1-year anniversary at Bliss Cloud. We launched our first Bliss box last year at Mother's Day 2017 in the Greater Toronto area. This year for Mother's Day, not only are we doing that Bliss box, which was so popular last year, but a 2018 take on what's stylish and happening in cannabis, but we're including an evening out. Absolutely, because you know what? It's not enough just to consume. We want to consume with our friends and we want to consume with like-minded individuals. So on May 11th, 2018, in the Greater Vancouver area, in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood, we're hosting Higher Understanding Modern Cannabis Session 3. We're so excited for this one. You're gonna love the location. It's at a private location. It's gonna be stunning. And because it's Mother's Day, we're totally focused on mothers. And when I say mothers, I'm talking women who are so busy. You've got kids, you have jobs, and on top of that, you're doing all your personal work. And when I say personal, you know what I'm talking about. Your yoga, your diet, all of those things that make you the best human you can be. And we're targeting and we're creating this event for you. And what this event is about, okay, men are allowed to come too, but really, it really is about mothers. But what this event is about is how mothers really like to consume. So Bliss Cloud, we've been in business now for 2 years, and we've talked to so many women who are mothers and they consume. And there's 3 go-tos. They are tinctures, and tinctures are amazing. You just have a bottle and you drop it and you put it under your tongue, and they're super easy. They're fantastic. I love them for microdosing. They're super clear on what the THC content is, and there's lots of brands out there. So we're gonna have a educational moment with a tincture brand out of Vancouver, and they're gonna educate on why they're a product and why you'd want to use tinctures. Then we're gonna have edibles. Edibles is like the big thing right now. Everybody's talking edibles because it's a super discreet way to consume cannabis. It's also a great option for people who have significant pain in their bodies, whether that's through illness or accident or whatever it is. So a lot of people are really big fans of edibles, and so we are going to have somebody here talking about edibles and their brand, and they're going to tell you why you'd want to consume edibles and why their brand. Finally, we're gonna have vape pens. Vape pens are super popular because it's a super discreet way to consume cannabis. No one can even really smell it. It's not like, it doesn't have that strong scent of a joint or a bong hit. It's totally different. And a lot of vape companies change the terpenes, the scent profile, so that it either shifts your experience of that vape pen or it enhances it or whatever it is. So we're going to have a vape pen company in here talking about why their products, and they're going to talk about the CO2 and distillate processes. And of course, what's a party without consumption? Not a party in our books. So we're definitely going to have consumption, which we're so excited about. This is at a private location, so don't worry about it. No one's going to see you, just you and your buddies at this event. So we are going to have a consumption patio. This patio is sponsored by a local flower and dispensary company, and they're just going to be there to bring the party and have a good time. And they'll also answer any questions you have. What it's like to go to a dispensary and what to look for and what questions to ask. And always to remember, like, bud tenders are busy. You know, when you go to a shoe store, you don't start asking the sales associate how they make those shoes. So that's why we have these educational experiences, is because we want to set you up to win with your local bud tender. We want you to show up informed. And so then you're just asking a few questions. You're not asking like the whole shebang about cannabis questions, but just those questions that are going to support you in finding the products that work best for you. And then of course, we're gonna have a dab bar. Dabbing is so awesome, and yet it's kind of scary. At least I think it is. It's not really my go-to consumption method. Like I don't see myself ever setting up a dab bar in my personal home. That's not who I am. That's why I love going to dab bars, because for me, it's always like a really special experience, because it's only something I experience with other people when I go out in public or I go to a dab bar. So we're gonna have a dab bar, and this dab bar is gonna be sponsored by a concentrate company. And they're gonna be available to talk to you when you're dabbing about why dabbing. They're gonna explain why dabbing is an amazing alternative, and it's not really always about how we keep seeing it perceived in the media, that there are different ways to have that concentrated experience that fit into your lifestyle choices. And of course, we're gonna need refreshments and food. So this is a vegan event, and we are gonna have amazing juices. We're gonna have a mocktail bar. Who doesn't love a good mocktail? And we're gonna have a DJ and live music. It's just gonna be super phenomenal. And it's also gonna be really intimate. So don't worry about showing up to something with like 200 people. We've already chosen the venue, and because of our constrictions of what we can work with to create this amazing experience for you, the venue does have limited space. So tickets are limited for this experience. That's why it's super important that you sign up now to get your ticket. Right below this video, you're gonna see more links. You can actually find the links to buy your ticket. You just buy it right here on our website. We're super excited. And our website's www.blisscloud, so that's www.blisscloud.com. So go to blisscloud.com if you're not already there. You follow the links, you buy the tickets, and then you're set. Another thing to keep in mind is after you buy your ticket, we give you the opportunity for you to ask us what you want to know, and we're going to do our best to incorporate this into the evening because there's so much to learn about cannabis. It's great that you guys can let us know what's at the top of your mind, what's most important. And also, if we can't address these that evening, you can be sure that we'll write about it at BlissCloud on BlissCloud. So go to blisscloud.com to actually learn so much about cannabis. You can learn why it even became illegal and criminalized in the first place, which is a super important thing to know. You can learn about THC. You can learn about parenting in cannabis and style in cannabis, because that's one of our things, is that we really love to bring and display the beauty of cannabis and this plant. And you actually can read about women working in cannabis. That's under the 5. Anyways, there's so much that we talk about that you just have to go to our website to see it all. And get your tickets down below. Just buy them. They're going to sell out super fast. We have a limited number of Bliss boxes available. The Bliss box is like the full meal deal experience. What that means is you're going to get some super stylish tools to take home. Maybe a one hitter. This one hitter right here is by Pursuits of Happiness. Each one is hand painted. This is 22 karat gold plated. Who doesn't want a one hitter that looks like this? Anyways, you're gonna get really beautiful tools and accessories to enhance your cannabis experience. And also, you're gonna get some of the other things that we talk about that night. And so these Bliss boxes are $199 for the May 11th event in Vancouver. You know what? If you don't want a Bliss box, or let's say you're just coming as a couple, the wife will want to come for the whole educational process and the whole evening, which starts at 6:30. We start presenting at 7. We speak until 8, and then it's consumption right after. So we encourage husbands to come at like 8:15 and join in for the consumption. And so we have consumption tickets available for $69, and that includes the full consumption of the evening of cannabis and all those vegan desserts and refreshments. And you know, perhaps you're just a student or the full Bliss box isn't in your budget, so come for consumption as well and education. Education and consumption are open for everybody. And what we say about consumption is we definitely encourage it. Absolutely. That's what I do. I love to consume cannabis. However, it's not mandatory. That's the thing. And no one's watching you, and no one's going to notice if you decide to consume or if you don't decide to consume. So you can just feel safe no matter what. And also, just to enhance that safety experience, and we live in the age of social media, we have buttons available. And what these buttons are gonna say is, I am out of the cannabis closet. And so anybody who's out of the cannabis closet is gonna wear these buttons. And what you're saying is, I'm okay with having my face on social media and in your photos. And when we're taking photos that evening and we're sharing information, if someone doesn't have this button, that means they're not out of the cannabis closet. And we want to be super respectful of people who are not out of the cannabis closet. So that means no photos of those people. No photos of anybody without a button. But you know what? Let's say you're not out of the cannabis closet, but you definitely want to be in on photos. we got you covered. We have these amazing bliss heads, and you get to put on a bliss head and get your photo taken. Anyways, I've given you so much information. I'm sure you're already like over this video and you're ready to buy your ticket. So go to it. We'll see you soon on May 11th. Sign up for our mailing list to be the first to know about all events happening on Bliss Cloud. Thank you so much. Find us on Instagram at Bliss Cloud.